Look at this. Found a crow's nest. All kinds of shiny things in there. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Hello again, everyone. Thank you for checking in on Chasing Escape. In this episode, I'm healing up nicely. As you can see my eye, I barely even tell. Thank you for checking in on our little adventure slash comedy slash hippie sailing slash healing centering, history slash wild animal channel. This is the last video from 2024. It's my last hike out at Jump Creek. And yeah, I was looking for some ancient man evidence, which I found evidence of man. After the snow's melted and the runoff is gone, it's usually the best time to go out looking for stuff that may have been revealed over the wet season. So I always head out after a storm or after a big melt and just go see what we can see, find what we can find. I have not found much at Jump Creek, other than I did find some, like, what I think are some art up on a wall, pretty high up. Like, I couldn't believe that. Anyway, that's the only thing. Then I'm not even sure that's what it is, but boy, after watching Desert Drifter, man, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So there has to be evidence of ancient man up here. This is a great water source, and it used to be I saw game all the time, but man's need to have a ride across the entire earth, i.e. razors and UTVs and four-wheelers, you don't see game anymore. It's just too many trails. They don't have a chance out there. I wouldn't live there if I was a deer. So my plan was to cross the creek and go to the drainage to the south. I guess that's south, kind of southeast. I've explored a lot of that. In fact, maybe in the previous video we may have gone up there, but there's one little canyon that I always wanted to. I haven't been up there yet. It just takes a while. So, and I had planned on like a 2.5 hour up, 2.5 hour out, or like 3 hour up, 2.5 out, 2:15 out. So no more than 5 hours was going to be my hike time. After several attempts trying to cross the creek, I had a few spots I looked at, but after several attempts, I'm like, screw this, let's just head up to the ridge trail. So we just took a shortcut up the rock to the ridge trail. Somebody left their treat package there. We gotta climb up this real quick. Oh, it shouldn't be too bad. Buildings up. Check that out. It's kind of cool. Okay, I guess so a little history. Jump Creek legend. This is legend. Has it that it's named after a man named Obadiah Jump, who homesteaded there back in the 1800s. And legend has it that Obadiah was a fiddle player, but he was such a bad fiddle player that he had to check his fiddle in with the sheriff when he went into Silver City, just like the outlaws had to check in their guns when they went into town. Well, I guess the outlaw wouldn't have to check his gun in. That's why he's an outlaw. Maybe the law-abiding citizens. Oh, that's how it works. That's right. The law-abiding citizens give their guns up. Never mind. Obadiah was a bad fiddle player. Anyway, I don't know how it got its name, but in any case, ancient man had to have been up here at some point. It is such a spiritual setting. It's raging. Looks big not from the camera. The camera looks tiny. Yeah, this had to have been a spiritual place for sure, with the waterfalls and these spires, and at the end of the agricultural land. Hell yeah, had to have been a lot of Native American history up in this canyon. I'm gonna get into it, find out what I can find out. Pretty neat. The power of Mother Nature. Okay, I'm gonna find a way up through this. I'm assuming there's a way since there's a trail. Oh yeah, here's signs of Americans. where'd all these rocks come from? There's nothing up against the cliff. I'm in a good spot to be buried. That's kind of a natural flow line through here, but man, these are all consolidated in one spot. I understand that. I think I'm a little too smarty pants. Okay, we need to find a trail or something. When I'm hiking, when I'm off trail, I'm always looking at like points and ridges and, you know, how weather would affect an area, or, you know, where would I set my camp up and where would I put my wolves. Wolves are your lookouts, your scouts. That's what the Native Americans, at least my tribe, called their lookouts, was wolves. And man, I won't get into it, but really cool. They're like the armored guard. They're like the king's guard. Like they didn't live the life that the rest of the tribe lives. Pretty cool. That history's pretty cool. But I'm not going to get into that. We're on a hike. That looks climbable. After I rest. We're getting, yeah, it is. Well, it's hard, like a bone. Oh no, I cliffed out again. Are you serious, man? Oh yeah, here was the camp right here, man. For sure. Check it out. Cliffed out on all sides. That's not too bad. You can scramble down that easy. Man, people for sure camped here. I mean, look how far you can see. I'm guessing they did. This looks like a game trail. I probably didn't go that way. This way. There are a ton of little tiny rock outcroppings and caves and places that if a guy needed to, he could get out of the way if a buffalo stampede was coming through or a lightning storm maybe. Oh, look here. Here's the camp. Okay, here's the camp. Where do you suppose? There's the arrowhead. It's probably been picked over so good by people that were way smarter than me. Lots of little bone fragments, but gosh, I don't see anything that looks terribly out of place. Man, there's got to be some shit around here. Look at this. This is like the camp spot. I mean, if you're ever going to see it, it's going to be now, right? After a fire. Alright, we made the ridge. It's windy. Okay. We're going to go over to this trail and head up there. I can't rest too long. If I got a good pace. No, it's uphill. I mean, it's uphill. Not quite to the top yet, but getting close. 3 drainages you'd have to cross, and then you got to get back across on the other end if you go down that side. So probably not going to do that. I finally got out of the wind a little bit here. Actually, I see a perfect little spot right there to go get out of the wind, I think. I couldn't figure out what those white dots over there were. I thought they were animals. But I don't know what they are. Probably just bushes, I guess. That's another hour away. That's 3 hours and then 3 hours back. That's too much. Let's go check this out. This looks like it's Native American. Man, there's Native American stuff everywhere you look. Not really, but there is now for me. This looks like a cave up in here. Let's go check it out. Oh man, that's a hell of a good cave. Oh, guy kid. Gonna block that off. Let's go see what we got up here. No. Sure looks a lot bigger from over there. I don't think. I don't think there's anything to write on here that the weather wouldn't take. Plus you can't scratch that, it's gotta be like sandstone. You suppose native man sat on this very rock and stretched his back out like this one does. Wish I could fly the drone, but boy, the wind is howling up top. Probably fly it down below in these canyons, but I don't know. I don't really want to take the chance of that. I've climbed up this canyon here before, and actually up through there too. I've never made it up to the end one there, and I've tried to go explore that one over there, but the dang tumbleweeds down in that canyon are about 8 feet tall. I tried to set up this time lapse, but my crows were playing tricks on me that day, and man, every time I grabbed the camera, they were gone. I thought after like the third time they tricked me, I'm like, all right, you little smarties. I grabbed the camera and hit the button, but and it made a beep, but I just turned it to not time-lapse mode. I turned it to on just so we could hear the audio. This time I didn't do that. I just touched the camera and left it where it was, and then they landed on a rock right behind me and just started squawking. I think they were telling me they're not very happy about the lack of candied ginger that I've brought them lately. I think it's time to giddy up. I just felt a raindrop. I felt that cold breeze that tells me you got about 15 minutes before it's gonna be raining. I don't know what that would be. Deer, maybe? Antelope? I'll try to zoom in on the camera, but that's where we just were. And now this is kind of the top. And we're just gonna head down. I don't know if you can hear, but right back there, a little coyote just walked right by me. Wonder what he's doing out here. Ain't no food out here. It's all burned up. Me and animals, we got a thing. My crows are playing tricks on me today, but that's per usual, so. Getting back just in time. Just starting to rain right now. Man, my Indian senses are keen. Okay, well, no Indian stuff at Jump Creek today, but we got a little something for something, so hope you enjoy. In the next episode, we find a secret portal connecting the Hawaii, seriously, find a secret portal connecting the Oahu's to Hawaii's. What else? A thumbs up if you were entertained. That's all I need to keep making these silly videos. GT Turbo. Imagine the thumbs up button is a 3-pointer, 2 seconds left, city championship. What are you gonna do, man?